And he gave wings to my audio visual, by lending his voice on WhatsApps. So he literally said, if you want a voiceover, I'm going to do it for you on the WhatsApp. So we worked very hard on filming some of the wonderful people in the book. And then we kind of stitched it together. A lot of the stills from the book, we stitched it together to make a reflection of my journey with Encounters with the Rich and Famous. And Rahul here was cheering me on and sending me WhatsApps middle of the night, like, do you like this one? Do you want to do another one? He's an entrepreneur and he's...
Thank you so much. I've always been told that I've got the face for radio, and I'm glad I got the opportunity to help you out here. And I'm sure, I haven't seen the final cut, but I'm sure it's fabulous. And I wish you all the best. Yes.
Thank you. And we'd like to call on stage my chief guest, Shobha Day, who's been with me from the first time I launched anything worth reading. And I think has been very close to my work as well, in many, many ways. She's done columns for me whenever I've needed a good column. She's never failed on a deadline, and she has my unfailing admiration for her professionalism and her big heart. Thank you.
Sangeeta, stay here with me. It's your book.
Yeah.
Come right back.
Okay.
I'm just so very happy to be here. I've known Sangeeta from the time she started her career, and I am filled with admiration for her sense of commitment. She is one of the most dedicated and the most meticulous editors I've met. You never go back on your deadline either. You make sure no one else does. So she runs a tight ship, and I know that she goes through every comma and every semicolon. She makes sure the captions are in place, and she gives help to anybody who doesn't toe the editorial line. That's what a good editor does.
Yeah, thank you. I try and give them help, but I'm not good at that, so even there I'm learning.
But this book has been the culmination of a dream, and I have known about this dream for a long time. And it's interesting that she got so many people to participate in the dream, and so much of her fantasy, which you will see in the book, and those of you who've had a chance to look at it. And we see her in various avatars that I'm sure a lot of ladies may fantasize about, but would dare not actually see that happen in quite such a graphic and literal way. So you have Sangeeta as Cleopatra. You have Sangeeta as, I think, Maharani Gayatri Devi.
Yeah.
You have Sangeeta as Umrao Jan, and various top designers who have been a part of this fantasy and made it come true for her, which means she's a very, very blessed lady indeed.
I do feel extremely blessed.
It's also wonderful that at an informal chat at our home, when she was talking about the making of the book and what she had in mind for it, and it was a very ambitious plan, and I said, this is fantastic if you can actually achieve it and make it happen, because it's an expensive book to produce. It's an expensive book to spend so much time, energy to put together, and to have it launched at what would be a dream venue for a lot of writers is something that's really a tribute to your determination and the fact that you have a lot of people who clearly love you and are happy to be a part of this event, as I am. I'm delighted, proud, happy, and may you go on from this book to many more books. A lot of people who you've written about in this book, from your various interviews with them, I'm sure have enriched your life on so many different levels, and that comes through in the book. And I'm sure in your own unique way you have enriched theirs. So I wish you all the very best, my dear Sangeeta, and
the journey has obviously been pretty long. It's been about 2 decades.
Sangeeta Wadhwani is a person I've known from the time she got into journalism, when she started her career more than 20 years ago. I've seen her grow as a journalist, and I've seen the way she has progressed, the way she interviews celebrities, and this book is a reflection of all her success.
And which are your favorite encounters with the celebrities?
I have too many, and there'll probably be in a future book.
So do you have any plans for writing a book like this, a coffee table book?
Not this kind of a book, not a coffee table book, but I'm a writer, so there will always be books coming from me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think let's keep it close. It'll look better.
Sangeeta, congratulations.
Thank you.
Just want to know, what is this book all about?
Basically, it's a capsule of my years in journalism as a lifestyle magazine editor. I have interacted with a lot of interesting human beings from the corporate world, from the royal world, from the world of cinema, and from the world of fashion, and in the arts and in the humanities. Everyone from M.F. Hussain to Amitabh Bachchan to Neeta to Tina Ambani. So it's been such a colorful ride that I said maybe it's time for me to create a beautiful book that will look as rich as the stories. So it's also visually a very beautiful exercise, and it's also very rich in terms of reading material, because it's an accumulation of many years of meeting these people.
Sangeeta, what are the challenges you face while making this book?
Economics, because I was always wondering who's going to take care of the cost. I think I just got very fortunate that a family friend said, don't worry about that, we'll get someone to print it for you. You just focus on the book. So that took a huge load off my shoulders. But I must say that you have to be a little bit foolish. It's like having an impossible dream. Even now, Shobha Day would not say that this is going to be a fast-selling book, because it's costing a lot more than a regular book. It will move at a snail's pace, but the beautiful thing is it will have long life. It will stay on someone's coffee table book, hopefully for years. It will maybe get passed down from a grandmother to a grandchild. And then they'll say, beta, isme dekho, acha story hai, kuch seekho isse. Kuch, ye log say, Sanjeev Goenka, whatever their stories are. So learn from these people, because they've all done amazing things.
How many celebrities you have?
48. 40. I mean, these are actually not only for the book. These interviews have happened because of my work. But I chose to feature 48 people. Close to half a century.
Which are your favorite encounters?
There are so many. It's hard for me to pin down. But I would say in every section there will be a few that I will never forget. Like I really enjoyed meeting Siddhi Kumari, because she's the only child and she's a girl. There's no brother in the house. And in my house there's no brother. So, there was that intimate connection with her. And then she's an MLA, and she's a lot more honest than a lot of people in politics are. So she was telling me about the challenges that she's facing in setting up a women's ward in a hospital, and how every time they would issue the checks would disappear. So I found her a very authentic person, and someone who's shouldering so much responsibility. She looks after Junagadh Fort, she runs a Prachida museum. So people like that. In the movie world, people like Hrithik, they will never take no for an answer. They don't understand what compromise is. They will go for endless retakes. I think Priyanka is as perfectionist. She's as committed. But a very admirable girl, because everyone who's successful in India stays in India. Very few people go beyond. This girl has actually said, let me push the envelope and let me go beyond.
20 years of journalism, and
what made me come up with a book? The fact that I had so much material. I said I have so much amazing material. It's like, you collect stamps, so I've been collecting stories. So I said, chalo, I have all these stories, let's do a book.
So it's your 20 years collection you want me to say?
Yes, it's collection. Like Hrithik, first time we met 1997. Last time we met, it was 2012 or 14, I'm not sure, or 13. So it's been a very rich kind of a series of meetings. It's not just one encounter. That's why I use a plural, encounters, because there's several.
What secret you have taken, what you have missed it, and whom you would love to do it in your next book?
Who would I like to feature in the book? I think more international people, maybe a Richard Branson. See, I've met everyone there is to meet now, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But, or maybe people from different cities, because I've been very Bombay-centric. So perhaps maybe Delhi, but I'm not so politically inclined. Perhaps other cities, maybe like the Sarabhais of Ahmedabad, maybe the NRIs, the diaspora. There's so much going on in Silicon Valley. People like that.
Wish you all the best for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.